Hi sweeties, it's Cinnamon and welcome to my first Animal Crossing video. So today I'm really excited to start my gaming channel. I've been thinking about doing one for a while and I've taken a lot of inspiration from other YouTubers and I thought it'd be cool to share my experience with Animal Crossing. Today I'm doing a little tour of my island, kind of like a before version. It's nowhere near being finished. And so the inspiration for my island is kind of a foresty, urban, I don't really know how to describe it. It's very forest core along with a lot of elements from like the West Coast, which is a place that I really like. I like to describe it where you don't know where the forest starts and the city ends. So right now it's not ideal weather for my island. I plan on my dream address to put it to probably like midsummer when it's the most green and on a rainy day. But seeing as it is not that time right now, this is the best we can do. Winter has been really pretty on my island, but I think I'm about ready for something else. So first let's take a look at my map. So we have two houses, mine and my brother's. He doesn't play very much, but so it's really my island. My island is called Magnolia, and I don't have a dream address for it yet. I do plan to have one up relatively soon. It's gonna be a little bit longer though. These are my villagers. We have Agnes was one of my first villagers. She was one of my starters. My other starter was Louis, and I hated him. I am so glad he's gone now. He moved out last week, I think, actually, so he's finally gone. So we have Agnes, Filbert, Shep, Fuchsia, Buzz. Buzz is the villager that has moved in most recently. He moved in right after Louis moved out. I do not like him. I was planning to go on a villager hunt, but none of my gear was here yet. So we're gonna have to put up with him a little bit longer until we can find someone good to replace him. We have Felicity, we have Meringue. Meringue and Tia are the pride and joy of my island. I love them so much, and you'll see they both have their own little areas that I'm pretty proud of. Next we have Chevra. I love her, she's so pretty, and I love her house style. I think it fits in strangely well with my island theme. Then we have Tia, like I said. We also have Panchetti. She is a villager that moved in automatically after someone moved out. So are Filbert and Shep. I have a list of dreamies that I will show in my first villager hunting video, but I'm still kind of on the fence about them. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to have an all-cat island or an island that is with villagers that are themed around my island. I don't really know yet, so let me know what you think. My island I try to keep it pretty symmetrical, but it's kind of like a messy symmetrical, I guess. So there aren't very many places that I'm super proud of on my island yet. I am proud of my entrance and this little area in the back that I call my Zen garden. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's get started. So this is my entrance. I am pretty proud of it. There's Meringue. Here's a little bus stop. I can't wait to see what it looks like in the rain. I actually haven't. Most of my building has been during the winter, so I really don't know what my island will look like in the rain. But I am really excited for it. At some point, I'm going to replace this with a signpost. I don't have the signpost DIY yet, but that will hopefully happen in the future. From my entrance, you can go 3 different directions. One is up here to resident services, one is this way to kind of my shopping district, and the other is this final way which leads to my beach. We'll come up to my resident services first. You come up through here. I have this little free DIY area. My friend actually just came to my island yesterday, so she took almost all of the DIYs. But I basically leave this area open for anyone who comes to visit my island, because I have a lot of coffee DIYs that I get that I really don't need, so they stay here. Then you continue through here and you have my resident services. I've found that I've had to struggle a lot with where my resident services is because to me it feels quite close to my airport. It's not as close as some people's I've seen, but that was an interesting challenge to deal with. So I really like what I've done with my entrance with the terraforming and kind of one thing that really bugs me is my resident services is 2 spaces away from the center of my airport. And that frustrated me so much. I did not know the importance of where your resident services was when I started playing, so I didn't know that that would be an issue. So that's why I put this kind of messy, uneven pathway up to it, so that it kind of distracts you as to how unsymmetrical it is, because it's meant to look kind of messy. But you come up to my resident services. Here is fuchsia and meringue, and this is my resident flag. I made it. I saw an inspiration from it from Pinterest that I really like Sailor Moon, and I really like all these colors. So it doesn't really have anything to do with the name of my island, but I think it's really pretty and represents me well. Over here to the left is just a little like vending machine area. I really like using star fragments as decorations. I know that a lot of people will use star recipes as decorations. I really like using the fragments themselves because they're nice and small and they're just like a little bit of light. So you'll see those around my island pretty frequently. The island its area is just small and isn't very useful, but it's nice. And then we'll come back down to my entrance and you'll see if you come over this way to your right past the bus stop, we have my Able sisters. Now since I'm kind of trying to make it have a more rural town feel, I have been trying to decorate everything with moss and trees and make everything look really natural. So these roads they're custom design. At some point I will do a custom design video that links to all of the different custom designs I'm using, but that's not up yet. When it is, I will link it in the description. And I love this little puddle design. It's everywhere on my island. It looks a little bit weird in winter because you're not really using puddles in winter, but I think that when it is raining on my island, it will look really, really pretty and fit the vibe more because there'll be little puddles everywhere. Yeah, this is my Able sisters. And then you come across here and I have no idea what to do with my beaches. I don't know how to use them. I don't know how to decorate them. So I have 2 little sections, one which is for my bug keeping so that I can sell bugs at a specific time. And I have another one near my dock that is for fish so that when CJ comes I can sell my fish to him. If you come up here, this is where my Nook's Cranny is. It's right off of resident services. I've kind of tried to make everything in this area feel more urban because it's kind of the center of the town. It's where everything is the most lived in, where the most people are. So this is where everything fits together. If you come over here, we have this little section where we have Tia's Café and Meringue's Bakery. I made these 2 little designs myself. I will put my creator code in the description as well. You have this little area right here for Meringue's Bakery, excuse me. And up here is where her full bakery is. I like to put her house up here because, on the inside of her and Tia's house, they look kind of like the respective bakery and cafe. And so I like to think that this is like a very relaxed French bakery where she makes all of her treats by hand and is supported by the local people. And then you come over here and Tia's kind of like her rival, but it's a very friendly rivalry, so they work together most of the time. This is Tia's little cafe. I was really excited to do these. I don't know if I'll keep them because they're not my favorite part of the island, but I do really like how they are now and how symmetrical it looks over here, especially with my museum up there. Excuse my half-made T-Rex. I have all of the parts of the T-Rex inside my museum, but not the middle part on the outside, so he's just sitting there, it's fine. But if you come here past Tia's Cafe, we do have my library. It's a very open library and it's very sparsely decorated. I don't have very many good decorations for my library yet, but it is right above my resident services, and I think it was a really cool way to add more layers to my island and have this really relaxing spot. So if you come back down over here, you come up here, of course, to my museum, and if you come over here, this area, oh, there's Chevra. This area over here is really empty at the moment because I plan to put a speed build in here. I've been waiting and kind of saving up supplies for it, so that will be coming soon. I plan to make it a really pretty area. I won't tell you what it is yet. We'll save that as a surprise. But I'm really excited for it. And if you come up here to the museum, you can of course go into the museum. But I also have this little area past it. And sorry, I have a bunch of custom designs everywhere because I change them all the time. So these look a little weird, I'll admit. But if you hop over here, you have a little stargazing area. It doesn't look too good right now. I will add a section for when you can look at it at night. But it looks really pretty when they're shooting stars and you can come study them. It's really nice. Okay, so as you're coming back down here, there is a way to come right. And this is just kind of a little area. I had no idea what to do here because I have some ideas for up on the right corner of my map, but I had no idea what to put here because I don't know, like I say, I don't know how to decorate beaches, and this is right next to the beach. So I put this little area leading over to my dock. This is, of course, where everyone goes fishing for the big fish, but also this is the area that I save my fish for CJ. And he just came to my island yesterday, so there's only one fish here at the moment. But usually they will spread all the way back here, which is a really nice way to take up space for me while it's still feeling used. I also have flowers all over my island. You'll see I have so many flowers. I do not know what to do with most of them. Oh, it looks like it's 4 o'clock. But I have no idea what to do with all of my flowers. I've been trying to sell them and give them to people, but most of them are basic flowers and aren't even hybrids, excuse me. Most of them aren't even hybrids, so no one really wants them, so I have no idea what to do with them. Anyways, you come up back here, and you're coming to the back area of my island. This little terracotta path is going to be part of the speed build, so I'm saving it. This is Buzz's house. It's really in the middle of nowhere because the person who lived here before was Rodeo, I think. I had to get Rodeo on because I think he was my first campsite villager. Rodeo scares me. I did not like having him here, so I'm glad he's gone, but Buzz isn't a great replacement. So someday we'll get all our dreamies, right? Someday. Then you come up here, I have this empty stall at the moment, and I plan to have a little farmer's market right here because if you come up here, this is my orchard and my farm. So I just barely got all of the fruits, and I'm so happy about it. So this is why my orchard does not look complete at the moment. It looks kind of sad, and it's a sad little orchard at the moment, but I am really excited to have everything all filled in. I think it will look really nice. I know this isn't the most efficient orchard layout, but I do really enjoy it because I think that it looks very natural and it makes everything look really pretty. So I have been trying to think of who would be good to have this area for, and I might set their house down here, I might put their house up here, but I was thinking maybe having Poppy be the tender of the orchard would be really pretty. I don't know yet though what I'm doing with my villagers, so if you come over here, this is just a little path to my secret beach. Red hasn't visited in what feels like forever, so it's kind of frustrating, but yeah. I don't know what to do with this. I like how easily accessible it is with the little path, but I don't know how to decorate his beach or if I should just leave it how it is. So clearly this is very much a before version of my island. It's not nearly completed, and I would definitely love any input that you guys have in how I should decorate my island. Now if we come back to the entrance, I have this little tiny pathway here that leads to this little beach. Now I will show you the rest of the beach when we go through my residential area, but I usually save this tiny little plot for any trading that I do with people. I will put all of the flowers that I'm giving away here, or I'll drop items over here for them. It's just really nice to have this little area sanctioned off so that it won't, oh, there's Felicity. It's nice to have this area sectioned off so that I always know how I'm going to give people things and that it's really efficient to trade because it's right next to my airport. Okay, so if we come through here past my little vending machine area, this is my residential area for all of my villagers. Like I said, I have quite a few villagers that I'm not the most happy with at the moment, but I am trying to make the most of it. This is Filbert's house. I feel like he's a very playful character, so I kind of put toys all outside his house. This is Felicity's house, I'm pretty sure. I haven't decorated her house yet. I just cleared out these flowers for someone. They were orange cosmos, but now they're gone. I have this small little rainbow area of flowers that I'm really proud of. They're not my favorite flowers, but I do really like the gradient. And if we're down here, this is the rest of the beach. It's very poorly decorated again. It's just kind of a little area where you can relax, and I was thinking that it was good to have it here because it's right next to all of the villager houses so that they really can relax if they want to. Continuing back up here, I want to fill my favorite plant in this entire game is pink hyacinths. I think they are so pretty, and I just love them. And pink isn't even my favorite color, but they're so pretty. And so I've been kind of trying to hybrid them. As you can tell, they haven't worked as well. And it makes me sad that I'm not as good at breeding flowers as I wish I was. But at some point my entire island will be filled with pink hyacinths. It's a dream of mine. This is Fuchsia's house with a little flamingo outside it. And Shep's house. I did have more decorations outside of his. I had to use them around my island though. There he is. If you come back up here, this is Agnes's house. I love her to pieces, but I am probably going to have her move out at some point because she was my first villager, so her house does not have its original interior, and that really takes away from the experience of having her. This is Chevra's house, definitely the house I'm most proud of decorating, because I think that it fits her vibe really well. It's very natural, very neutral, and I think it's really pretty. If you come over here, this is my brother's house. He really likes a lot of Zen and like Asian inspiration in a lot of designs. He's actually learning Chinese at the moment and it's really cool. But I built this little area for him to put his house in, and I hope that someday he decorates it. He has not played in probably months, but it's okay. Maybe I'll play for him. Then as you come down here, you take a little bridge over to a section where my island starts to transform into the more forest area. Over here it has the little like circle area, the little beach, or it's not a beach, but You know what this is, every island has one. And I had no idea what to do here. I had my Stonehenge here, but now I thought it would be cute if it was this little like area where you could have tea and relax. But I don't know how well that actually is going at the moment. So the rest of my beach down here, it has Panchetti's house and more flowers. As you guys can tell, I have a lot of flowers and I do not know what to do with any of them because I don't like a lot of the flowers in this game. I think they're really pretty, but I, for my island, want mostly white, pink, and purple flowers, maybe a few red ones, just because I want the flowers to feel very natural and like they would be found in a very wet and humid area. And I'm sad. I love pansies. Pansies are my favorite flower in real life, but they are not my favorite flower in this game. Maybe if I get some more breeds later on, but right now they just don't fit the vibe of my island as well. Okay, if you come up here, this is right off of the bridge, you'll come into this little area that I am quite proud of. It's this little forest walkthrough that is like very tranquil and very hidden. Some of the trees are still growing in, so it doesn't look as good as it could, but it is a very wooded area and I think it fits the theme of my island very well, especially I think once it is raining. I kind of want my island to have a slightly mysterious vibe, not necessarily like scary, but a very like magic forest mysterious kind of tone. So this is just a little area that I added in the other day. It doesn't look great, but it's just a little campfire for this area that was really empty. And then if you come over through here, you have my campsite. I also have weeds everywhere in my island. Oh, nice. Come back to that. I have weeds everywhere on my island. I like them, but also sometimes there are too many of them. So I'll weed at some point. This is my little campsite area. I don't have campsite villagers very often. I think that's most people. So this isn't used very often, so that's why I put it out in its kind of own little corner that's pretty hidden away. And I don't really know how to decorate it well, so I put a little kids tent in and clothesline just in case they need to wash their clothes while they're here. And a little campfire for them to stay warm. Then if we come back over here, we have a set of stairs. If you take one up to the first floor, or the second level, there isn't very much on here, just a lot of flowers. And this area, I have not decorated it very much, but this area is saved for Mary. Mary has been my dream villager from like day one. I had her in my pocket camp, and so I need her here, especially as soon as I saw her pretty like pink fantastical house. I need to have her on my island. So I've made this little area for her that I will probably do a speed build later on for once I actually have her on my island. It's gonna be a very like magical little fairy garden area on my island. I really like the different sections of my islands to feel like different experiences. Like they have the same motifs, but they feel different and they feel magical. Animal Crossing is just such a fun game for me. I really want things to be special for it. And then over here we just have more flowers. My flowers never really end, and I don't know what to do with them. If you come up this second set of stairs, you come up to my house. I just barely got my attic, so I put in some customization for my house. So it is not customized as of yet. It has a purple roof right now, and that is all that I could change. Once again, I kind of wanted it to feel like a very foresty area around my house. This area, let's see. This is how I described my island to one of my friends. Let's see if I can find it. I described my island like this. grandma's died and you got her house for some reason, and you're a poor college student, so you can't buy any new decor, but you're kind of vibing with grandma's wallpaper. So my house is, you'll see it in a, oh, let's go in and see. So, as you can tell, my house is very cluttered. Oh, I look so pale in this light. It is very much a grandma vibe, and I love it. We've got this random triceratops. We've got all of the kitty accessories, because I'm so sad you can't have pets in this game. I wish you could. And you've got a bunch of stuffed animals, you've got all of grandma's sewing kits, and of course, you have the chic grandma wallpaper. I just barely redecorated my house, and this is how I decorated it, and I love it. It's kind of unique. I haven't seen very many people try and recreate a grandma house in this game, but I love it, and this is how I want my house to be in real life. I want to have a grandma house. So, since I just got my attic yesterday, we only have 3 rooms decorated. So let's go over here to the left. Here we do have my kitchen area. I'm pretty proud of it. It's, once again, a very grandma kitchen. I tried to make it feel very natural, especially because of the vibe of my island, which is very foresty. I don't have very much furniture unlocked in my island, so I kind of struggle with decorating. But I tried to make this feel very rural, very grandma, and kind of like grandma would be cooking all of her herb spells in here, you know? Also, did you guys know that you could change in a freezer? I did not until I was decorating this. Also in the refrigerator. I don't understand. Anyways. If we come back here to my back room, this room used to be my bedroom. This room used to be my bedroom, but now I have made it an office. As you can tell, I do like pink a lot. I do like really cute things, and that's kind of what I aspire my channel to be, a very cute and calm space where you can relax and watch Animal Crossing videos, and probably some other kinds of videos that I'll make in the future. And so this is kind of my dream office in the future. I do not have this set up at all right now, but I hope that someday I will have a room where I can go and record things and just work on projects that I am really inspired to do. So that is this room. Can't quite get off. Also, I have like 3 of these giant pink Papa Pandas, and I love them all, but I have no idea where to put them. Now, the final room of my house is over to the right, and it is, drumroll please, it is my bedroom. Once again, a lot of pink furniture. I really tried to make this feel like grandma's room. I don't know if you guys would be uncomfortable sleeping in your grandma's old room. I probably would, but my Animal Crossing character isn't, so it's fine. This is my pink bedroom. I have all my accessories and necessities in here. I have a pretty small closet, actually, for what I would like it to be. Because when you can't dress up in real life, you can dress up your Animal Crossing character, right? But I do really like this pink, like, vinyl player. It's one of my favorite items in this game. I think it looks so cute, and I wish I had it in real life. So, anyways, that is my house tour. We don't have very much left to tour on my island. We have one small area that I did post on my Instagram a while ago, but it is an area that I am pretty proud of. It's, like I said earlier, my Zen garden. And in order to get there, you do need a ladder. I didn't know if I liked that part. I had to not put a staircase over there because I did not have enough inclines. But now that I've had it that way for long enough, I think that it partially adds to the charm. It makes it feel even more out of the way and hard to reach. So this is the entrance. As you can see, I say I have lots of flowers. I have so many flowers. Anyways, you come over here and this is the entrance. So we'll grab my ladder. Even some of the flowers in this area have become overgrown. I do need to take care of them. Then you'll come down this area again. And we have this lovely little Zen area. I love this area. I don't know how well it really fits the aesthetic of my island, but I think that this is one of the prettiest things that I have ever done in Animal Crossing. And I am so proud. In this shot, I'll show some views of it at nighttime. It is so pretty at night, and it feels so magical. So, it's one of my favorite areas on my island. Alrighty, so that's it for the rest of my island tour. I'm so glad that you guys were able to watch this, and I'm really excited to see how my island ends and what it will look like. I think it will be really good to have this video as progress to see how I improve on playing Animal Crossing, and I plan to take this very slow and very relaxing. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye!